Eggshell.
Charcoal.
Violet, wait, I forgot. Nah, we're just kidding. Welcome to 922 o'clock, the podcast where we're too unique to be one.
So why not create a fantastic friend group? And by tuning in, you are tapping into a world of toil and trouble and some double perspective conversations about L-I-F-E. So
922, let's go!
Hi guys, if you're new here, I'm Eulogio.
I'm Letabo.
And welcome to 922. Today we're talking the thing we've been doing for a couple of weeks. Our new little
new project.
Baby, our new baby. Podcasting.
Yeah. How has that been? How has that been for you? The entire experience?
From when we started to where we are now, I think it still feels kind of surreal that we're doing it and that we've kind of embarked on this journey. You never know how much you have to give until you've got no decision but to give it.
Yeah.
And podcasting has really been showing me that of how much I still have to give, how much it requires for me that I didn't know that I have to give.
Yeah.
How's it been for you?
If anything, it still feels new.
Yeah.
It still feels extremely, extremely new. Every time we film, it feels new. It's it's not something I forget about.
Yeah.
Because obviously we do your on the side marketing and stuff.
Yeah.
But filming always feels new. It's
Yeah.
not something I'm used to or
You
whatever.
You never get used to cameras. I've been
ever
in front of so many and you still never get used to
it.
The feeling is quite...
So it feels extremely new.
Weird. Yeah. So what's been kind of weird about it? What thing did it spark in you that you're like, oh, this is weird? Or what weird thing has it revealed in a way? Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be about you, it can be about the world and its condition.
Okay, it's just
Anything
the thing
that.
I'm sharing my opinion.
Yeah.
Conversations I'd have with my friends.
Yeah.
Now I'm having public.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
I feel like people are getting to know me more. Not that more than I'm comfortable with, but more than I would expect strangers to kind of get to know me. Yeah, they kind of just into your. They're into your space.
Yeah.
They're getting to know you.
Yeah.
Without actually knowing you.
Yeah.
Type of vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the one weird
thing about it.
Strangers know your opinions
and your thoughts
and where you stand on things. Yeah. Without actually knowing you as a person.
Yeah, I see that.
That is the one weird thing.
Yeah.
That has been about podcasting.
Shaking you a bit.
Yeah, and on your end.
To this day, and it will always be the same thing, seeing myself on a screen, knowing that other people can see the things that I see when I see myself on the screen.
Yeah.
And it's things that I notice that I'll be like, oh, someone with my kind of thought process would have noticed that as well. And it's like, ooh,
I get you.
do I want them to
get you. I get
Do
you.
I want people to know that I do this thing when I laugh? Or
I get you. They know certain things about you that they wouldn't know if you weren't on a screen.
Yeah, definitely. And the screen is not friendly, my friend. The screen is never your friend. I say this day in and day out to it. People be like, your job is easy.
Yeah, you guys are doing such a good job.
Such a great. I'm we're sitting there
when you watch it, you nitpick yourself more than someone
else would.
Who,
Yeah.
is just normally watching it.
Yeah.
When you watch it, you're like, yo, I said, ooh, I did.
That's giving. Like, I've never...
Yeah.
Every time I have to watch myself, either, like, looking back at a performance, reflections, anything like that, I fully have the potential to give myself the ick every time. I look at myself
without
like,
a doubt, I'm like,
ick. That one, if someone else did it, I'd be like,
can't believe I did that.
Yo, can't believe I said that. Why do I talk like that?
I get you, like, you nitpick so many things
Yeah.
that any other person would not. Like, they don't see things the same way.
I didn't realize I sounded as kind of weird as I do. Like, I never clock. I don't think I have an accent or anything like that.
Yeah, you
But
don't.
when I listen to myself, I'm like, you sound... The way you speak,
you sound like you have an accent.
It's got so many different channels. Like, there are times where I'm a bit more rough around the edges in my tone and stuff like that. Like, and as someone who knows what my voice can do and the whole training stuff, you're just kind of like, you should know better than that. You should not be speaking in that voice.
No, like, neither dead or alive.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not fixated, or I don't have a fixation of someone.
But it doesn't have to come from a fixation
to that.
point.
It's
Mine
just that, like, I like you, I would like to have a conversation.
Mine is coming from that kind of thing of, like, I like you, I'd like to have a conversation with you. I don't have anyone where it's kind of on a, oh my gosh, you're so great.
No. If anything, Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Yes.
Then let's
Savior.
sit down and have a conversation. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about your experience.
What do you like?
How was it?
You like?
Tell me about. But a person, I think if I were to ever have a guest, dead or alive, that was a guest, it would be Pop Smoke.
Pop.
No, and that's the reason. Like, there was a point in my life where I was fascinated with him. I'm past the stage now.
You like the way you're...
you know, it's just a thing like, let me hear if that voice is really in person. Let me hear it for reals. For reals, do it here on the show. Let's hear you. You know, that's about it. But it's nothing ever...
Nothing
hectic, no.
So then you must invite Questa.
It's ain't good. No, you know who I would like to have a thing?
Oh, Maglera.
Camille, but no, another pair of twins. I don't know who.
We don't have twin friends. What's
exactly.
wrong with us?
So, if you know a pair of twins that you'd really like to see us interview, that's one person. That's a group. That's a couple.
That's a group, a
couple
pair?
of people.
What do we call
I'd like to, as a pair of people, I'd like to invite.
I see.
Yeah.
I see it.
And your end?
Number one, Brecht. So Brecht is a theatre practitioner, German theatre practitioner. Coined this thing called epic theatre. Right. The only reason it's quite political. It's quite a political style of theatre. And I'm big kind of into protest, political that doesn't look like protest theatre, immersive, kind of how to push the boundaries of society. So that's what I want to ask him. His process, his methodology. Yeah, it's written, but he kind of just wrote it in, these are how to achieve it. These are ways to achieve it.
But not how it's actually done.
Yeah, I want to tap into, bro, what were you thinking? Not in a rude way, but like, what were you thinking? You know, because there's, I have this concept and this is how it's going to look and this is how you can achieve it. There's a step-to-step guide to kind of achieving that style. But for me, it's like, I want to know more of that. And especially with kind of what I aim, like, my thesis to be on and stuff like that. It's really rooted in this style of theatre. So I'd like to, like, proper grill him on, like, what were you doing? What were you thinking?
What were you thinking?
And also, it's another white man in theatre, and there's this big white man theory in theatre. Like, almost everything that's written about theatre, and there are other things written, other sources, like other cultures and stuff. But most of the ways we act right now are based on white men and their theories. But those theories can be paralleled with other theories. It's just this whole world. So I want to ask him, like, where did it start? What was he thinking? All of that.
Is he dead or alive?
He's dead.
Oh.
Great, he died.
And then?
Is he dead? Wait. Let me confirm.
Let me
I'm
confirm.
pretty sure he died.
Who else,
he died.
if
he
not
died.
Brett?
He died. I was pretty sure. I was right. He died. Who
You're
else,
alive
if not
person?
Brett? Alive.
I would actually interview our mom. And not on the basis of she's our mom, but on the basis of her career.
Yeah, that's weird. I know.
Yep, because she's not the same person. Not the same person. There's your mom at home. There's your mom at work. I'd want to interview my mom at work, not my mom at home.
But also when people find out who our mom is, it's a bit strange. It's a bit weird.
Yeah, it is. It's so weird.
It's a bit weird.
It's very weird when people find that out. Yeah.
Because then it's like, so, da-da-da, and you're like,
but that's one person.
That's one. Alive right now? Oh my gosh. There's this South African theatre practitioner called Slindile. Follow her on Instagram. She's so cool. She's just so cool. And I want to interview her.
So everyone you interview the theatre practitioner?
I think, yeah, because of
like, there's I just want to have a conversation with you. It's kind of career based.
Okay, outside
You're being biased.
Am I being biased?
You're being biased.
Oh no, I had this idea the other day. Yes, I want to interview someone who's your friend and someone who's my friend but isn't really your friend.
We have the same friends.
No, but there are people you know that are closer to you than they are to me.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay, anyway. No, yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
There,
not that I would call them friends.
Okay, but there are people who are closer, who know more about you and just know me as your twin. And there are people who know more about me and just know you as my twin. So I'd want to interview those people to see, like,
how do they experience both of us?
Both of us, because it's quite different from the friends that we do share.
That's a good idea,
right?
That's a possibility.
So yeah, that's one that I thought about.
Would you ever interview Daddy on the podcast?
Yo.
Like in his profession, guy. Like not him as a character, not a character, but not your parents as your parents, but your parents as professionals. You have to answer this very carefully.
Yeah, I think I've known them way too long
to see them outside
to separate the art from the artists.
Ah.
I know a little too much to separate the art from the artist.
Yeah.
So interviewing them is quite.
I think that would be a very interesting episode, like interviewing both of them. Hi.
No, but on the same premise that they're interviewing me not as their daughter but as a professional.
No.
Does that make sense?
No.
But
I would never want them to interview me.
You know, I'd want to interview Daddy as Daddy, not as Daddy.
No.
Daddy is
want
Daddy.
Him to do things on the camera.
Hey, Daddy is Daddy will get us cancelled.
He will get us cancelled. Please.
No, we won't get cancelled. It's fine. I'd rather interview Daddy as Daddy.
And then Mommy as Mommy.
Both of them, I'd rather interview them as themselves.
Okay.
One, because, like, I think with Mommy's career,
you know so much about it that it's like, okay.
You know why I know so much about it.
Yeah.
But she knows why I know so much about it. But I think there are platforms that can do that more efficiently.
Yeah,
there are platforms that need her to do that more efficiently.
So you would just do like the personal.
Her. Yeah.
You want to humanize both of them.
Yeah, because I think with what's written and everything you read about her and everything you hear, I would just want to bring her back to that humanizing space. Even like with when she was dating TV shows and stuff like that, like that's still work for her.
It's not personal.
That's not, that channel of hers still works. So I would want to interview her as just her, but
that makes sense. We should have an episode like that where we interview both of them.
At the same time?
Yes, like have the same set of questions.
For both
of them.
At the same time?
Yes.
Wow, the time was trying to set us up.
Yes. Why not? Both of them at the same time. Because then we're gonna have, you know where this conversation is gonna go, right? We're gonna have an episode from mommy and an episode from daddy. Whichever one we post first is going to cause chaos.
There's hierarchies in our family.
In the house. So we would rather just have, like, it's company a 2-hour-long episode
for both of them.
For both of them at the same time.
Fair.
So we don't have any bahalar.
Fair, we do have a lot of bahalars.
Exactly. So I would rather just do that. Would you interview like your family members?
Depends on what I'm interviewing them on, and the relationship and boundaries I guess I have in place with them. Because there's certain people I don't care for your opinion, and it's not that I don't like you, I just don't care for what you
like
have
a
to
good
say. Yeah, so why would I use a platform that we've built and kind of people want to engage with and people want to learn and trust and stuff, and feed them something that I know I wouldn't consume. There's nothing that I say here that I know I wouldn't consume or try to consume. So why would I all of a sudden be like, oh yeah, I really don't care about your opinion, but hey, talking to this mic? No.
I get you on that. Whether they don't care for your opinion.
It's not like that though. It really isn't.
No,
like
I get that though. Like there's some people you just, if like I wouldn't have this conversation with you in private, I'm not coming to have it. Yeah, like with you here. Like I'm not buying face.
Because also
other
it shows, people. Like it shows that this is unnatural. You guys don't usually talk.
Yalla act.
La pretending.
La actor. Yeah, but no, that's a big.
Yeah.
Nah. No.
Would you interview anyone you've been in a relationship with?
That's firstly, you're not my friend. What am I?
No, not on the your friend basis. But
what are we talking about? How is it to be a fabulous girl's ex? Okay, did you not enjoy our relationship? What did you not enjoy? What can I do to be better? What are you if a basis, what are we even speaking about? I would first of all on Kadi so no, it's a big no. It doesn't even need thinking about, no consideration. No, let's break it down further.
An ex-friend?
No.
Like a friendship that's developed.
What are you gonna sit here and talk about? Why we are ex-friends? Does anybody need to know? Have they asked why we are ex-friends? It's the same thing we're talking about, a social media etiquette episode. Why am I interviewing you?
Yeah.
If that thing couldn't have been solved privately, why would I come do it in front of cameras?
Fair.
Nahan, next thing, can we get back together since we had that conversation?
You was about to
like I'm just exactly.
I was about to name drop.
Don't do that.
That you know. After that interview, then 2 weeks later they were talking again.
I'm just using you as clout at this point.
Like interview my ex, ha ha ha.
Let's talk with my ex. What are we speaking about? First of all, you're gonna get here.
Do I greet you? Do I give you my snacks that I bought?
That I bring every week. I'm already disturbed by your presence. Yeah. I am not at ease. I'm not at peace that you're here. I'm sitting here like. Yeah.
Hi. You can't even throw the shade you'd usually
say your name for the camera so they know. How's your day? Okay.
Your life.
Why did you cheat on me?
Yo! Oh my gosh, do you agree with those kind of interviews, right? Where it would be like you and your ex back to back,
and you don't know what you're
asking questions.
Do you know
it's your ex?
Oh no!
But or you guys, no, you've seen the snippets.
I've seen it.
Like those snippets where they're like, so
if you didn't do this,
do you think we'd still be like one of those back-to-back episodes? Don't stand.
My thing is, when you go into that, what are you expecting from that? Like, what is your takeaway? There's no closure in someone else. Like, there's nothing that they are going to say that's gonna give you closure.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing that interview, am I walking away with the hopes of, after this interview, we can talk about it
and
move forward from it? And are we moving forward together from it, or are we closing that door forever? But it's the same. No.
You give a absolutely picturesque reason of how this thing can look.
No, like that's the reality. No. But for me, no.
You personally, that's the yes.
Interview my eggs. What are my parents gonna say? Hey, bro. Hi, bro. Up and now we're just displaying everything that was wrong with our relationship. Dude. Publicly.
The fact that you and your socks, I have a thing with where people leave their socks.
And it's not that deep, if I'm being honest.
I'm bad. Like, my thing, right?
You lose socks all the time.
I take my socks off in bed. And then I get them in the bed.
Oh, hello.
No.
You?
Yes, but no. Like, if I wake up in the middle of the night...
So you make your bed on top of the socks?
No. Listen, I take the socks. I get into bed with my socks. Right.
The fact that you sleep with socks, number one.
Whoa. That's why I take them off. Like, okay.
No,
because it's cold. So I get into bed with my socks, right? Mm-hmm. Fine, I'm a sociopath. It's fine. I also have pineapple on pizza. It's fine. Say what you want to say.
So that you're the one
get into
throwing it. Nobody said anything.
They do. You just judged me for getting into bed with my socks.
That you're going to take off.
Yes, when I get warm enough. I can't take...
And then when you're going to take them off, you're going to feel the cold.
No, regardless. But then I can't take them off. Let me explain. This is going to sound so weird. But I take them off halfway. So my toes are always covered and then my heels aren't covered. And then they fall off in the middle of the night. And then I take them in the morning.
The view ones. Like, what drama is this? Just sleep without socks.
No, because then my toes
sleep
cold.
With them on or without them on?
No, because then my blood ain't flowing the way it's supposed to flow.
You don't know what you want. You want them
I
on.
do know
you
what
don't
I
want them off. You want them. You don't.
So there are nights where it will stay on for the whole night. But if it's
so we're not here to talk about socks.
Anyway, that is not what we're talking about.
Socks. But would you interview your ex? Sis.
You did not say exes.
Have like a multiple.
I'd put them in a row.
Yeah. So what's your opinion?
So you losers.
How do you feel?
What do you mean?
Oh no. Okay, thank you.
So, ball fumblers, tell me.
You guys fumbled the bag. How do you feel about yourself, sir?
How you living?
Miss Ma'am, how you feel?
No, I'm joking. Yo, no.
It's just not.
There's nothing. If there's a conversation to be had,
it should be had privately.
There's
and if we're cool, there's no we are cool. But would I interview my man?
We're civil.
Would I interview my man?
On a public platform?
No, because la lawyer. But I would. They'll just blur his face. But look at voice. It's a squonk. He's sitting. Yeah, no. But when I look at body, they'll blur his face. But when I go, yeah, I was your babe. Yeah, no,
if you don't marry a squangle, my heart will be so broken, Shem, please. When I interview my partner, nah, I'm way too private.
I'm tired they'll blur their face. Voice.
But when I got who's liked all your pictures there?
No, we don't follow each other on Instagram. What are you doing?
No, I'm way too private. I wouldn't interview my partner.
I would if they blurred his face.
But also, I just think we don't mix business with pleasure this side. So professionalism.
I would shame for the plot.
For the plot?
For the plot, I would.
I would interview them if they were already famous.
Yes, if they're already in the public eye. Then yeah.
Because we're dating, it's fine, you know.
Nah, they must blur his face regardless. Who famous or female, blur.
Yeah.
Anyway, voice.
Voice.
Whoever can find the voice, and find the man. I don't know how you're going to find the voice. I'd be very concerned if you're in the comments. You're like, yeah, this is Mama. My sister. I got it too much.
We are too close.
We are too much.
Anyway, we've got some podcasting do's and don'ts, and we're gonna read them out, talk about it. Do we do it? How do you feel about it?
Are we ever gonna do like a vlog podcast, like I was telling you?
Yeah, you mentioned it. We're gonna mess around with styles and how it can look. Yeah,
because that would be something very personal. What's going on,
guys? Nothing of the problem.
But it would be very something very intimate.
It would be personal. Obviously, I'm big on camera content.
No, obviously consent is key.
Yes. But yeah, man.
It's not giving its consent, but it's fine. Let's play the game.
Okay, it depends on who is in the interview, and also but
obviously it's our content. We can select who remove this one.
And you're like,
no, it's fine. Speak. You won't be in the vlog. Don't expect to see yourself
because that's
there.
when people watch it and they're like, ha, yay, and then
the editor lost the film.
Yo, editor Wabat is getting blamed.
It got lost. I'm so sorry.
Who was so sorry? Did you get cut?
Sorry. Yeah.
You just revealed what we're going to do. Now we can't do it.
No, they have no guarantee. They have no guarantee.
Anyway, let's get into it. Wow.
So why are you surfing the papers?
Encourage engagement with your audience. So asking them to comment stuff, tell you stuff about thingy. Yeah, feedback. I love feedback.
I also
when we
love
get
feedback.
It always makes me feel so good.
Yeah.
And we're not sitting there saying, oh my gosh, you guys are so great all the time.
No, like, if you criticism is also very important.
Constructive criticism, please. We don't want to hear that you don't like our outfits. Okay.
Don't be a troll. But like things of you could have engaged in this better. You could have done this better.
Actually, you surfaced that. I want to go deeper. Stuff like that. Or these are my opinions. Yeah. Tell us like, oh yeah, this opinion I agree with. This opinion, I don't. The whole point is to kind of learn from each other, grow from one another, but also doing so respectfully. With me, it's like if you're an audience member and you're engaging in our content and whatever, I rarely want it to be like someone said this opinion they don't agree with, and then you go under that opinion and be like, oh, your opinion is rubbish, No, like in a respectful. Two things can be true at once. You might like it, they might not like it. They're both true at the same time,
and they're both valid.
And they're both valid. So yeah,
don't be overly rigid.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like we've been doing. So now we're gonna push past it in terms of we sit and we talk. But when you brought up the whole vlog thing, like vlog podcast, when you started doing interviews, like hearing different voices, different styles as well, like you build your iconic thing, which for us
just
is
not
the
have
setup.
one thing.
And kind of building that thing of like, okay, what's the next step? How do we fuse this into other things? And it's still giving podcast and thingy. That's also like with platform, kind of moving on to different platforms,
trying
stuff
different
like
things.
That, trying different things, because it also like people want to watch the same thing, but they also want to watch
something
you grow.
different.
They want to watch you experiment. They want to be part of that journey with you. So for me, it's kind of since we're approaching episode 10, we're like creeping up there. It's becoming a kind of a, okay, how do we now turn? The wheel starts turning,
let's grow, do better, try something new. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
And that's okay. The next thing, like the thing next to trying, the best next thing. What? The best thing next to trying and succeeding is trying and failing, but either way you still try. You mustn't try.
I get you on that. Like, I don't want us to be too strict and keep feeding people the same thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better, different.
Every day.
The example is in wedding.
No, akara,
Oh, no.
But you can have your pap every day. I'm just saying, your tummy will not be happy with you.
I get to jana me when you
the vegetables. Leaving the vegetables. Anyway, do set a consistent release schedule.
Yes, and I think that's something we don't have.
We have a day.
Like, we have a day.
We don't have a time.
Yeah. It's just on that day, at some
point. You know what? On that day, if your notifications were on, you would know. Because there's someone, it pings on my phone and it goes,
they've dropped.
They've done it again.
They've dropped.
They've done it again. So if you...
I get you.
Ding dong, that notification bell.
But you think it helps to have like a
set time? A set time, because then people can plug you into their routine.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what we enjoy about things like Generations, the news, stuff like that. They play at the same time, so you know how to timetable them in to your life. Yeah.
Have fun.
Are you having fun?
I am. I don't want to lie. I think I really like podcasting.
Yeah. Did you think you'd like it as much as you're enjoying it now? Ooh,
no.
Opinion change.
No. I did not think I would like it as much. Because I think I expected it to, not expected it, but I had an idea that it has to be extremely professional.
Yeah.
Especially in the type of content that we release.
Yeah.
Like, it's educational.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
So I, to myself, always thought like it kind of needs to be strict.
Yeah.
But the more you kind of be like, you can be educational and sarcastic at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, you can be educational, still be a vibe.
At the same time,
it doesn't really have to be.
The facts say that. On the 19th of February.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the one thing.
Johannesburg has no water.
That's not funny. But my opinion has changed. Yeah. Do you have fun?
I do. No, let me explain. I do. As an industry babes, I do. As an artist, I do. It's different. It's very challenging. Being articulate is quite challenging. That is why we have like some of the problems we have. Like, being articulate and assertive as well on certain things is quite challenging, while still being so gentle and warm that people aren't afraid to approach you. You know, because if it was kind of, this is what I stand on, boom. Where do people, like, you don't give people entry points to engage and grow with the channel and stuff like that. But also, it has been really fun to explore talking about like topics without being as vulgar and as
without being harsh.
But not even just harsh, like without following the trends of
being rude.
Without being rude, disrespectful, derogatory.
Yes.
You know, we make jokes and stuff like that, but
they are that jokes.
At no point is it you are this, you are that, you are this, you know. And I always feel like, stand on, if it is, call us out.
Yes.
If it is, tell us like, yo,
I don't appreciate what you were saying.
Yeah. If it's like also directed to you.
But also, if it's something that I don't believe in apologizing for the sake of a public apology, you know. If it's something that I feel like you may have taken out of context,
I can explain.
I will bring that forward.
Yeah.
Without an apology.
Yeah.
Because I did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Like, if I can actively see here I fumbled. I made a mistake.
Yeah.
The apology will come.
Yeah.
But if it's a thing of you took what I said out of context, I can explain to you what I meant.
Yeah.
And if you still refuse to hear that, then okay.
You can. That is where you stand.
Yeah, that's where you stand. That's where I stand. Yeah. We don't have to agree.
Fair.
I'm not apologizing for the vibes.
I'm not apologizing for the vibes. Know why you are doing the show.
Yes.
Yeah. I
think we started off by being firm of this type of podcast is the one we don't want.
Yes.
Like, this is something we don't want to do. So we're doing everything
else
except that one.
Because sometimes making a decision on what you do want to do is harder. But they always say, if you know what you don't want something to be, you can do everything else.
Except
and it won't
that
be
thing.
that thing.
Yes.
Like, with my final show, we knew that, like, we didn't want this preachy type style theater or whatever. So we were like, okay, you're always aware, Jorge, this is what I don't want it to be. So I don't delve into that realm. Like, I try something new and we go elsewhere and we go this and we go that, because, or else you then just become part of the masses.
Literally. And then everyone is like, your podcast equipment is free, ne? Because you're that type of podcast. Like, your podcast equipment is free, ne? It's very cheap. Everybody has a podcast.
No, but what's this? Like, public opinion, like, not knowing what you're doing with the show and following someone else's footsteps directly can also cause such a sway. When we had our first episode, right, we were talking about threesomes, and then I was having a conversation with someone, and then he was like, the minute I picked up threesome, I thought, oh my gosh, this is
one of those
podcasts that are like those ones. And I was like, nah, give it a listen and you'll know. But public things and information can sway
someone's opinion.
Single word that
out of the way.
Like, it can sway someone's potential kind of due to one word. They were like, it's one.
I'm done. Yeah, I get you.
So it is kind of like, if you
know
don't
what you're doing,
know
what you want
or what you're trying to do, you can easily
get
sway.
lost,
especially when you're wanting the numbers fast.
Yes,
when
that's the one thing. Like,
if we wanted the numbers
fast,
we would be saying what the rest of the world is saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is the one thing that was like, I don't want to be like that. Drinking alcohol on the podcast. Stand, don't stand.
Don't stand. You know what?
I think you can drink, don't get drunk.
None.
Like, drink moderately.
You are podcasting, your eyes are sinking.
No, I don't be intoxicated. Like, you can.
But one drink, you're intoxicated.
No.
Yes. Chemically.
Yes. But there's a chemically and it's showing phenotypically that you're intoxicated. Like, your speech is getting slurred. You're saying things that don't make sense. you're just wishy-washy now. There's nothing wrong with. We are interviewing someone and they want to have a glass of champagne on the podcast. That's okay. But I don't whistle it until you finish the bottle. Then by the time we end the episode, you are revealing your family secrets. What. You can drink in moderation. Don't drink if you are drinking to calm your nerves. Cool. Yeah. Do that. Don't drink, get drunk while on the podcast, because you're still at work. If you treat everything with professionalism, you're not going to your office job drunk.
Exactly.
So why would you respect that space and then actively choose to disrespect this one?
That's why I'm more like, just don't drink on it, because I get it. You want to take a shot for your nerves.
You take one shot, it's fine, not the whole bottle.
There are other ways to calm your nerves. I fully, like, me, I'm more like, especially also with medicine and whatever, if there's a way to balance a chemical imbalance without necessarily having to consume the chemical, then I opt for that route, right? That just might be my opinion. But any level of intoxication has an effect on you. Yes, that effect on you, you might think it's making me calmer, it's making me more articulate, whatever. But there's also a level of consideration and a level of, I can see this, I can't see this.
That's like overconsumption though. Like, unless if you know your alcohol tolerance as a person, like when after one glass you're taki, don't come to our interview and then want to drink one glass when you know that that's not something you can handle. So if you want to have a drink, the thing is, you can't tell someone not to drink something when they're of age. You know, whether they view it as a job or whatever. that's up to you.
Yeah.
You know. So if you're gonna do it in moderation. Do it in a way that it's not dangerous.
Yeah.
Like you're not speaking dangerously. You're not speaking without consideration. Like you're not intoxicated to the point where now you're just word vomiting. Kurwe now. Hey, blah, 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 blah.
It's a health and safety thing, right? If you have a couple of drinks and we have to evacuate the building and you can't walk straight, that's a problem.
But you've overconsumed because why can't you walk straight?
No, but some people just can't.
Eh.
There's a reason they say you're not even supposed to drink after one drink. Like, there's a reason it's really highly suggested. The law can't say it, but it's highly suggested. Do you get what I mean? Like, there's reasons to certain rules in society. You don't drink at work for a certain reason. You know? And I get it.
But if it's an interview, is it really work? Are you getting paid?
Yeah, if you're getting paid, yes.
We're not paying anyone we ever interview here.
We don't know that yet.
We are not paying anyone we ever interview here.
If you want to be interviewed,
that's
know
cool,
that.
but like getting paid?
But, yeah, and also for me, it's just about public brand, you know.
But that's their personal.
Yeah, if it doesn't work for my public brand,
then I don't want to do it.
Then I'm not drinking. Some people just don't, and some people just do. But also, like,
I feel like doing moderation.
Like bianong o tshela hantsi ho ilahalang and teha everything like hona.
I think then you
also
produce low
boundaries.
quality content.
You really cross boundaries of what you can talk about and what you can't
because
talk
you're
about.
Intoxicated.
Because you're so intoxicated.
Like you're producing low quality content.
Yeah, people are consuming it because look at him, he's drunk.
In
public.
Shame.
In public,
Nah. And I also think it's sketchy if the host of the show doesn't drink and then allows you to get intoxicated.
Yeah, they're trying to get something out of you.
Yeah, like I'm not drinking, but I'm watching you pump, and I'm like, yeah, take a shot. Yeah, Irene, wait, yeah, let's go.
Don't tell insider jokes. That's fair. I see that. Unless you're going to explain
the joke. Yeah,
because then nobody gets
it.
Engage with it. It's like, oh,
haha,
let's say what?
But like a joke,
yeah, it's excluding. It's quite sad.
I think we have a lot of insider jokes.
No, but then we share the joke.
Sure. Record a few episodes before officially committing to see if you like it.
Yeah.
What do you mean? We committed without recording a few episodes.
But then my thing is there's no point where we could have. Well, there is a point where we could have
been like, actually we don't like this.
Nah. Like, this is uncomfortable.
Okay,
we can read that it's uncomfortable. There's no like you can get to a point where you're like, yeah, nah,
I'm done.
This is not thingy, and sometimes that's on growth. That's on.
I don't want to do that anymore.
And now I want to take it, let's say, to a more different, like to a different platform or a different level or a different style of conversation. That's not necessarily the same, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's kind of doing it, and then like if we both sat down after those first couple of
episodes and we're like, nah. It's not a cup of tea, man.
It's not working, man. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
Then we better just make a little.
So what happens if one of us decides that we don't want to continue this journey?
I think.
Do you then or does the other person then find someone else to continue the journey with? Or because I can still continue without you.
Yeah, and
you know.
Well,
but can I? Because
that, isn't it?
It's still a brand. Like we are still a brand together.
There were twins who did that where they made content together their whole lives, and then at some point one of them decided this is not what I want to do anymore, and tried to find their own aesthetic, and the other twin found their own aesthetic. So I think if the other one still wants to pursue, then it's rebranding. How do we
then turn it around,
you know, without any malicious intent, whatever? Because you saw like when twins aren't together, people always want to read some kind of
make it deeper than it actually is.
Yeah, whereas it could be like, oh, I'm leaving the country, that's why I'm not doing this anymore.
Oh, I just don't want to. Like, it doesn't have to be that deep.
Something like that, right? And people always try to read more into it. But I think it is a process of rebranding. If the other still wants to continue, or if the other feels like, or if both of them feel like, okay,
it's time.
It's time. Then it's time. But I don't think it's not an obligation. Like, because you quit, I have to stop. Or because I quit, you have to stop. I built this thing with you. No.
Yeah.
It's rebranding.
I hear you on that.
Yeah.
I think it's your turn.
Is it my turn? Is it?
Yes, I read the one before.
Don't get discouraged. Podcasting is a bit of a grind, so make sure to have fun. Yeah. You're those
facts.
Views, digits, numbers. You can look at those things and be like,
there's nothing that stresses you like that, because the difference is so noticeable.
Yeah.
Like, you can see this episode was a 5. This one was not. This one was what one.
When it gets too deep for people,
it's
just you know, sat there like,
you really get. Sometimes you want to change the content to feed people what they want, but then that's would
not
be
being
disrespectful to yourself.
Yeah,
you know?
And sometimes it's not about what they want, it's what they need. And it's the honesty. Yeah, it's the honesty to be like, I don't want to hear this, right? It's like when you're reading the Bible, right? And there's a verse and you're reading and you're like,
you wish you could skip
and
past
you want to skip that verse. It tells you not to be lazy, and you're like, this is not what I want to hear,
but it's what I
this
need.
is what I need to hear right now. You know. So I think sometimes I do understand that if it gets a bit too honest, then people log off. I mean, there are times when I watch us and I'm like,
we said that.
Oh my gosh. And I can't leave it because it's my podcast.
Yeah, I get you.
It's our podcast, you know what I mean? But not getting discouraged is definitely a big thing.
And having fun.
Yeah, man.
Don't be afraid of experimenting.
Yeah. As we get
that'll be coming soon though.
Yeah, as we get ready to publish our experiments public. I'm big on don't read my brain. I don't like it when people see my rehearsals, see my sketches. A person read my notebook once or looked into my notebook once, and I was like, don't you ever do that again. These are my thoughts. These are my experiments.
So now we're doing that publicly. Hey, it's a risky business.
It is, but what's risk?
What's a reward without a risk? Shame. What does that mean? We'll see.
You'll see. Jeez. Do repurpose your content. When I saw that one, I was like, I don't know how, but
do we repeat the same content?
No, but then you use the same kind of content for something different. Does that make sense?
I don't think if that works with podcasting though.
No, it is. This is from a podcasting tips and tricks website.
Okay, but
called
how
podcasting.co.
How do you repurpose a podcast?
Let's say I guess it's also if we took the sound from the podcast and put it on a different platform.
Oh, okay.
Or if we took a compilation of our podcast
and then used it for something else.
Or let's say we took the sound and put it over different videos. I don't know. But or let's say you create new content from the content. You know how people do reaction videos to some of, let's say, their own
content.
That's repurposing content.
Okay. Yeah, I think that definitely works if you feel like, I don't want to say if you feel like you've run out of content, but if you can't dig deep enough to find something new, then you can just Rubik's Cube with your content. Try to figure out what works, what doesn't work. I think I'm taking the last one. This is the first time we actually finish these little papers.
They always have left
because we never ever finish them. don't ignore your audience.
True.
For real, like they're not your fans, they're your audience.
And they want responses. And guys, I apologize.
Yeah, because she runs a YouTube and
YouTube, and I need to sit there and reply to all of your comments, but I vow to it.
Vow into the camera. Don't vow looking at me. You're not ignoring my comments. You're ignoring the audience.
I'm so sorry. I will be replying to every comment for now until they become too many, and then that's some growth, guys. Make us grow.
You must still reply,
but I will reply
even
to as many of them as possible. I will reply. I will be, when we're out on dinners. Sorry, guys.
I'm replying.
Sorry, I'm replying.
I get you.
Where we're at in this journey, kind of where we've started, stuff like that. What has been your biggest takeaway so far as our closing comment?
My biggest takeaway is have fun. Like, I'm genuinely having fun in the journey. I'm growing. I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I will continue to do it because I enjoy it. And I will continue to do it to the best of my ability because I enjoy it. So that is one big major takeaway. Because I don't do anything technical. Like, I'm not doing anything major. Mine is to sit here and talk. That is all mine is. To sit here, be prepared, talk. That's it.
Guys, if I show you those emails?
No ways. But that's literally
the emails I get.
That's literally my portion, like to sit here and talk. So that's the only major thing I can take away, like having fun with what I'm doing.
Fair.
Further than that, it would be a lie. Like, I would be blatantly lying. I know I'm learning how to do research. I'm learning how to edit. It would be like a hardcore liar. I would be an LYAR, liar. And you?
I think my
biggest
takeaway has definitely been like being informed and learning how to articulate myself is one of the biggest things that this platform has let me do in terms of practicing my articulation, practicing how to articulate my thoughts, practicing how to respectfully have an opinion and stand on that opinion, So my biggest takeaway has been kind of this like growth, especially as an artist. You spend your time trying to articulate things that exist in your head, So that for me has kind of been, I can now apply this outside, this is what I'm looking for and this is how it's going to look, and how we're going to get there, I never know.
But we are going. As long as we are going.
To take it easy, man. To take it really easy. I'm very
strict. Oh, from the first episode, you're rigid.
I'm not strict.
You're
but
rigid.
But that says I'm strict.
I didn't say strict. I said rigid.
But it's been fun. Has it been fun to not be in control? Not really. But is it fun to look at, this is what not being in control can produce? Yeah.
I get you on that.
So I'm getting more trusting. That's a lie.
Only trust issues.
Red flag number 1. I hear so high. I really trust God. I said trust in me and not in your own understanding.
So I'm your own understanding. I'm your own understanding.
I know you myself.
I'm your own understanding.
I know you myself. No, but trusting the content, trusting the work we put in, trusting that it will be what it's supposed to be. Trusting the energy in the room, trusting everything. Trusting our voices, like that they're not going to get halfway and go
even if they do, you won't move on.
Trusting that our brains are going to be actively engaged all the time, that we may respond appropriately and not just hurling.
Ignoring.
Trusting each other to listen and give each other space
and opinions and just.
Yeah.
Hi, I don't trust your opinion, my sister.
You don't really. It's fine.
No. No, I could never.
You just don't have a choice.
No, I do.
You just don't have to act on my opinion. Though.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like I can sit here and listen and be like,
that's interesting. You're weird.
That's not weird at all.
That's not strange at all.
And just sit here and be like, okay.
And we don't talk about what we talked about in the podcast in the car.
No, we don't.
Which
we
is
never
good.
do.
There's no point. Like, no.
And we don't talk about it after. Like, we never engage in, oh yeah, you said that.
Yeah, no, who exists in front of the camera as an entity?
It's a character. But it's not, but it is.
But it's an extension of certain, that's what they say, when you play yourself in a film or play yourself in a play, you're not playing yourself, you're playing an extension of certain aspects of yourself. You're not sitting there reacting how you would react if someone actually said that to you. You're exaggerating certain things.
I get you.
My gosh. That's not how you did it when it happened. You were like, oh my gosh.
I
get what I mean? So being in front of the camera is certain exaggeration
of who you actually
are. Yeah. Exaggeration, not in like a...
Shut up, my sister.
I can't recognize
the fact that you are even trying to explain.
It's because of how you looked at me.
It screams that I know what I said. I know what I said and how it can be misconstrued.
Yeah, I don't want to be misrepresented and stuff. So I am saying it in terms of like, even if it's a tad bit exaggerated, like 1 decimeter. Decimeter is quite big. One like that big.
Now you want to say a nanometer. You want to go.
No, nano's big.
Nano's not big. Nano's minus
micro. 9. Oh, what if it's
-6?
Yeah, let's go -6. What, like a microcentimeter? Exactly. Then it's still an exaggeration.
Guys, this is so dramatic. Please, I beg. What is this? So that's our take on podcasting.
That is us on podcasting.
It's been fun. I know my closes are very dramatic. They'll come once in a while.
It has been fun just reflecting on this journey. So make sure to tune in next week for episode.
And subscribe. 10. Don't tune in without subscribing. The views and the subscribers are not because we don't believe in violence.
But do make sure to hit that subscribe button and ding dong that notification bell so you can hear when 922 is coming. Because we do call every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Alright. So make sure you tune in, click a like, click a subscribe, click a bell, leave a comment, let us know what you might want us to talk about,
who you'd want us to interview.
Yeah, all of those ideas, we want to be able to give them back to you in content form and not just your imagination. So, see you next week. Bye.
Literally said people are delusional.